We start with Sefer Shmiras Halashon, and today's topic is awakening the accuser. Sifre, cited by Yakut Shmoni, Parsha Kiseitze. Sifre state that Hashem, as it were, does not want to associate with the gossipers and rescue them from their troubles. So just from this verse, from this line, it should be scary, right? So when somebody started gossiping, so guess what? Hashem said, I don't want to be associated with that person. You on your own. Zohar states in Parasha Shlach, Rabbi Shimon said, of everything is the Holy One, blessed be He, forgiven except Lashon Hara. Right? Hashem is of everything, the Holy One, blessed be He, forgiven except Lashon Hara. The reason for this is perfectly clear. Okay, so let's see. Okay, what is clear? So Hashem is ready to forgive everything except Lashon Hara. So from here, what we learned before, because of the damage it caused. Right? On one hand, it's only speaking words, but the damage it causes is tremendous. When the Jew speaks Lashon Hara, he causes accusation in heaven toward the Jewish people. And in the words of the Zohar, Parasha Pikudei, this sin brings plague, sword, and murder to the world, to this world. Woe to those who awaken this evil force, who do not guard their tongues and pay heed to this. So one more time, so Zohar said this sin, meaning Lashon Hara, brings plague, sword, and murder in the world. Woe to those who awaken this evil force, who do not guard their tongues and pay heed to this, meaning as we said, to the damage that this Lashon Hara can cause. They do not realize the ways of heaven are reflective in the ways of the world, both for good and for bad. So as we said many times, so whatever we do today, we are doing here today in this world, is reflected in the world, in upper heaven, and then the decree passes back, right, based on our actions. So many times that's our fault, or all the time, whatever is happening, and it's and unfortunately not only we suffer, but the whole world might suffer because of Lashon Hara, because of our actions. And opposite is also true for good. When we do good, right, wherever Hashem describes as good, so the whole world is going to benefit. Through evil talk, Satan is aroused to voice accusation against the entire world. So, meaning Satan is a prosecutor. One of his job is a prosecutor. So he needs witnesses. And now this Jew comes and say all of the negative speech, whatever he said, and Satan said, he's my witness. He asked me for a witness. Why I accused such and such person? He's my witness. Here we go. A father's great love for his child can impel him to make allowances for child's bad behavior. When the father is forced to rebuke his child, he does so lovingly, with abandoned compassion. However, if people come to the father and report that they witnessed how this child quarreled with others over nothing, and that he embarrassed and ridiculed his peers, the father will have no alternative but to take strong measures to ensure that the child mends his ways. So I think it's an amazing parable with the father and his son. So father, he wants to keep everything in the family, try to rebuke the son. There is no problem. You try to talk nicely one time. You want to give him time. You want to be patient and stuff like that. That's the proper way on one hand. But on another hand, when neighbors come and start complaining to you that that's what your son does, so you have to take a stronger action. That's it. have to rebuke him, you have to punish him, right? Why? Because the complaint now came from outside, not because what you notice, but what people say. So in some sense, Hashem has no choice. You understand? Because it was somebody spoke out. Hashem loves the Jewish people with deep, unfathomable love. In the words of the prophet, "Is Ephraim my most precious son, or delightful child, that whenever I speak of him, I remember him more and more. Therefore, my inner self yearns for him. I will surely take pity on him." It's the source is Yirmiyahu 31 verses 19 and 20. So just to remind us, Ephraim is a northern kingdom, the kingdom then that went into idolatry against Hashem. Even about these people, right? Hashem said that it's my most precious child. I mean, Ephraim is from Joseph, and of course there were many great people, but you see what is the word? This amazing love that Hashem has for Jewish people. Of course, Hashem is well aware of all that transpires both in public and private, as it is written, "Can a man hide in a hidden place so that I will not see, says Hashem." Also from Yirmiyahu 23:24, right? So it's not like he did not know what's going on, right? But as our story is a parable with the father, it was private. So while it's private, it's contained, and he can do like in a slow pace. But once it's out in the public, that's a different story. Nevertheless, out of his great love for Israel, he is slow to anger and seeks to find merit for his nation. As it is written, he gazes at no iniquity in Yaakov. Bamidbar 23:21, see Rashi. Okay. In his infinite wisdom, Hashem has decreed that his judgment of men reflects the intercessions and accusations of the heavenly angels. So let me read one more time, and I'm going to explain. In his infinite wisdom, Hashem has decreed that his judgment of man reflect the intercessions and accusation of the heavenly angels. So if heavenly angels accuse, so Hashem must hear what they have to say. And the accuser is Satan. When the accuser, there is Satan, comes before him to relate the sins of his people, then he feels compelled, as it were, to respond. So why is why do they use the word compelled, even though it says as it were, but it's not, it's literal. Why? Because Hashem created the world, and he created the Torah, and he said you must abide by the Torah rules, and I must abide by the Torah rules. And Hashem, because he's infinite, he limited himself in that sense that he must do whatever it says in the Torah. He has no choice. So if he says that it must be justice, so it must be justice, and he cannot help us. You understand? So we can help ourselves, but he cannot help us in this sense. Right? So he must respond. So if accuser, so it's one of the laws, if accuser comes, if there's a case, Chas v'sholom, about against any Jew, so accuser comes, and a court must listen. Doesn't matter true, not true, like they must listen. They would decide what to do with the case. But anyway, they must open the case. And it is those who speak Lashon Hara who cause accuser to speak against Jewish people. So let us never be among those people who speaks Lashon Hara.